In the fall of 2020, Economic Development Manager Amy Halson was contacted by a man who was interested in opening a brewery in town, but found such use was not allowed in Needham's current zoning. To encourage potential brewery operations in the future, the Planning Board drafted a zoning proposal and intend to bring it before the town meeting in May. But they have a little dispute about the timing. Municipal producer Yushao Yuan has the report.
The zoning proposal recommends two types of breweries, brewpubs and microbreweries. A brewpub is an eating restaurant that can produce and sell malt beverages, but only 40% of its production can be sold to other establishments. A microbrewery is a manufacturer that produces and sells malt beverages with a capacity of no more than 15,000 barrels per year, and may include food sales and consumption as an accessory use. Both types will only be allowed by special permit in some of the commercial and business districts. At a public hearing on March 28th, the Planning Board received many supportive voices from the residents in attendance, but concerns rose up about the effect on the Highland Terrace neighborhood because of its proximity to the Highland Commercial 128 district and the New England Business Center district.
I do think it's a great idea to bring these establishments to Needham, but we have to be careful, not always that it's imposed in the areas repeatedly. I mean, Precinct J gets all sorts of nasty things thrown at it. Anything undesirable comes to Precinct J, and we constantly are having to fight. It seems that I'm at every planning board meeting, every zoning board meeting. It just never stops.
The revised proposal sections these two areas to create a buffer zone for the neighborhood, but the board cannot come to agreement on whether to bring this amendment in front of town meeting in May. Board Chair Paul Alpert opposed the recommendation and said he would feel more comfortable bringing it back in the fall so the board can spend more time on the language.
We've had, 6 or 8 weeks since we had our meeting, a joint meeting with the select board. And I suggested then that this was something that could be brought to town meeting in the fall. We have rushed to put this together. We have not really considered it the way we've considered. How many years did we take before we presented Muzzy?
I think it has been well thought through. And I don't think it's unusual after a hearing for us to make some changes in a zoning bylaw that we're putting before town meeting. And I've helped to work out the wording of these changes to make sure they're clear, and also a concern for protecting residential neighborhoods.
I think there is a movement in town towards a brew pub. And I know that there was a survey taken not long ago where a lot of people expressed a desire to have a brew pub or a pub. But even if the planning board were to take this to town meeting and it got turned down because it needs work, so what?
The board voted 4 in favor, 1 against to recommend the zoning proposal to town meeting in May. For the Needham Channel News, I'm Yushao Yuan.